Alright, we're back with another rebuild. This time we got Nevada. They seem to always get terrible as you go through. So I chose to do them after we just won a championship with one of our rebuilds. We're probably not going to play a single game year one. Not too many players on the team or anything we actually care to keep. We're just going to fly through this and try and recruit. We did get a win. We did schedule ourselves kind of easy. Not gonna lie. Went very light on scheduling. Year one, bunch of upperclassmen, a bunch of kids that's gonna want to leave. I feel like this one might be a good one to do a rebuild with. By year two, it'll all be your players. I'm just gonna kind of keep checking in on recruiting, making sure we're not falling behind on players. We're okay falling behind there. All right. And they've already set a visit for this kid. It's crazy. I don't even know how they got visit unlocked yet. Realistically, if we're ahead of them and they have a gold pipeline, they're not. He committed already. That is a weird. That's weird. We're 3-0. We did schedule ourselves really favorable, but when we get into conference play, I don't think it's going to matter. So we at least got a D tackle that can play nose tackle for us. We got some hours available, 50 because he committed. So let's do this. We know their hard sells already too. Alright, this should be a little more of a difficult rebuild probably. We got to change the conferences around at the end of the season. Where'd my hours come from? We really should schedule visits, but we're not going to. We're going to try to ride out the first year without. We don't have a lot of hours. We're spread thin. We did drop a game finally. That's one I thought we'd win. Yeah, we're going to lose a lot of our team. And conference plays here, so the loss is probably really going to hurt us. Locked out, play style, barely locked out. UNLV has that. Alright, so we might be fighting a losing battle here. Damn. I really think that we could maybe loosen his 50 up. We're gonna up him to 50. Alright, down to 12 recruits on the board. Hours on 10 of them. Dropped another one, which that's one we kind of figured. This is one we don't anticipate winning necessarily. Almost got the strong safety to commit. Alright, so the center we're down on, the tackle we're down on. We could probably catch the tackle with a visit. Alright, so let's do visits here. Quarterbacks cost 40. It's crazy. And we're gonna do this for complimentary visits. Playtime. Man, UNLV. Just pretty much just as close. Playing time would probably be the same. They probably have better brand exposure. The halfback and him are both. We have a big lead on the halfback, so what we're gonna do is drop his hours for a week. We also have a lead here. So let's drop his hours for a week. Schedule him for a visit also. Play time. That way we can get these guys to go ahead and commit. Conference prestige. We're actually going to pull his really quick. Schedule him. Play time. And after this week, we'll see what we got. How we want to reassign those. Alright, we lost the tackle already. Probably when we went head to head and lost the game. So we lost 3 in a row. Gonna have to get some offensive linemen on the board probably. Realistically, we don't have to our year one. I mean, we could go transfer portal, but we have to get some bodies filled. without it being portal. Alright, we need offensive linemen still. Because we now have none. One stars don't even want to mess with us. Nobody's recruiting him at the moment. Nobody's recruiting him at the moment. We're also going to go to any state. And we're just going to see if anybody's not committed yet early on here or not got us locked out. Maybe we waited a week or two too long here. As a receiver, nobody's recruiting. A corner, which we really need. Another receiver. We're going to put him on the board. We won't recruit him all. Four-star Mike. I'm going to put these other guys on the board, and again, we're just looking to try and maybe get, you know, half of what Tennessee's on him. Tennessee's only offers. He's from Tennessee, and they're just offering him. He's Georgia. Yeah, Tennessee probably just started recruiting him. All right, so everybody else. We'll leave as it is. A JUCO. That's about all you're gonna get from this is a scholarship offer. Let's offer here. Offer here. We definitely go all in on the corner. And let's put some here. If we can get in that conversation, we might shift. Because the schools up there don't have a pipeline. We don't either. It's Wyoming. Pretty much just Wyoming has a pipeline. Setting visits cost so much when you don't have hours. Let's read through this year, see what kind of win-loss record we can end up with. We have not won a conference game yet. And we're locked out of one of the main guys we was going after early. It didn't tear well. There it goes. Oh damn, the whole back's torn. Alright, so play time. Because we added that other receiver. The mic locked us out. This receiver isn't even talking to us. I wonder which one of them it is. And then this one's got North Carolina. We don't have. receiver quit being mad, yeah. I actually want to go all in on this 4-star down there. Alright, so here let's put some hours. Get up in this race a little bit. Alright, we got another commit. Alright. Let's free up some hours. Going out some positions. I got some stuff unlocked there. Let's check recruiting here. We should, man, they're creeping up on him. Might be too late for him. Let's see, they have a visit, but we have a pipeline. We're probably gonna go ahead and throw the hours on him right now to see. What, baby? I closed it. Huh? Yeah. I'll have to get in there where I can lock it. I'll probably have to move the bed out the way a little bit. Alright, so we actually got to pour some hours into this kid also, really. We're going to lose him. We did get the first on the 4-star here. And here. We're going to have to get some visit scheduled for defense. So if we can just have about a top 50 class, we'll really be able to dominate our conference. And I feel like that's where you got to start at. You're not going to come out of any, just nowhere and shock the nation. We finally got another win, but and just, be a terrible school in 1 year. Alright, we got a halfback. We did get a conference win also, it looks like, finally. That receiver is committed. We are locked out of the Will Thumper. We got that other halfback to commit, so we really don't want this JUCO. Next week we should be able to take a good leap there. I didn't think they'd have visits available. That way we can just get the commits. 50 hours on everybody. Alright. Wouldn't mind a kicker or punter. That gives us both. Yeah, let's try and get an edge. Not much talent though. I'd almost rather take a transfer that is better overall. I mean, at minimum, we want 3 stars. Let's get another safety on the board if we can. There's not any really good ones. Let's check wide receiver. We're third on the guy that hasn't been recruited at all. We're fourth on him, but I'm not a fan of the build. You go sophomore. There, let's see. And let's see what we got here. We're not on and we're barely on. We'll try 15. These up. If we can add the 4-star and the 3-star cornerback this year, that'd be real nice to the defensive backfield. It'll help us out a lot for year 4, year 3, year 4. We got the 3-star to commit. Okay, so we're competing now for punters, which is kind of crazy. Let's see, we can do 30 and 40. Maybe that'll get us over the top with them. We got Colorado State this week. That's who we debated doing a rebuild with. They just have a little more talent, younger team. Top end of their team's a little better. Sorry about that. Paul's there. Man, we're picking up wins that I did not think we would. Alright, we're in a battle there, and they actually have a visit scheduled. We still didn't get the first there. We did there, so maybe we change his. Alright. We're already getting a bull bid. Just ripping through and simulating the season's kind of crazy. You know, a lot of people want to transfer, unfortunately. Alright, so that put us ahead, and they look like they stopped competing. Let's put it back on him because they still are. Because we'd really like to get this corner in for a visit if possible. Still not possible. We gotta watch West Virginia trying to creep up. Play style, pro potential, and conference prestige, so not great. And not knowing what the conference is really going to look like once we update it for the end of the year. Let's see what we got the last few weeks. Stanford's coming in the race. How are they beating us? Conference prestige, pro potential, and probably championship contender. Man. That doesn't look like we're getting a single receiver we're going after. So we want to go see if there's somebody we can win a battle with here for a receiver here this year. Safety's another one that's been hard, but there's just not enough talent there now. We're going to hold off one more week, but if they made that jump, they're probably out too far ahead of us for good. Six and 6, so not a great year, especially when you consider the fact that we started out with 3-0. Yeah, you guys are you're just all gone, all gone. But they extended mine. We'll take it. Alright, we got those upgrades in. Let's see what we can get for coordinators here next week. And if we get a bowl. I mean, I kind of imagine we would, but no, Mr. Might not be able to play this year. Dang. Got some schools want to hire me. All they did was simulate a season. Offensive coordinator, power spread. North Texas. Not terrible. Tidewater's another good one. Level 24 and level 22. Let's check them out. So he's a motivator and an architect. Tactician. Same thing. North Texas though. Tidewater. Both really good. I feel like Tidewater's good. I don't know if North Texas is good or not. We're going with it. Let's see what we can get on defense here. Derek Mason? Why would he be an offensive coordinator? So we're probably going to go with Mason. I don't know if Oklahoma State did better than us or not. UCLA probably did. So we might not get him. We might have to see what's available here next week. Let's check our early national signing day. We dropped a second there when we have a pipeline. We got the 3-star corner. Alright, we might go portal. Oh no. We still aren't first on the corner, but barely. No longer first here. I don't think we can reassign those hours, but not gonna matter. Could have kept the battle open, but we're gonna spend hours on guys in the transfer portal, honestly. It's not even worth wasting our time. Let's see, we got the offensive coordinator. We had the defensive. We'll take it. For sure, we'll take it. Oh, I still can't see theirs. Man, we don't have any running backs or linebackers. Let's see here. So not great prestige, but not terrible. Let's get ready for the portal. Not a bad season. More wins than they've had in the last 3 years combined this year. So there's that. Definitely an upgrade. As a coach, definitely upgrade the coaching staff year one. We'll see what kind of rewards we can get from it as far as how it contributes to the team. Players leaving, how many do we get? 2 persuasions. And it's a lot of our talent that's leaving. Have a couple lows. Man, freshman. No. The freshman punter. Freshman I thought we would keep. Man. The quarterback. No, that's not the quarterback we redshirted. That's the junior. So I think the quarterback we redshirted is trying to stay. Definitely don't want to do it on a putter. No persuasions. We're definitely going to have to bring in a full class. Definitely. And we already have a bunch of guys that want to leave next year. Yeah, I'm sure no one got drafted. So we'll just get them from the transfer portal. All right. I feel like Baker gets decent. I definitely feel like Baker gets decent. Berlin does not. I got him at 4. Camden Coleman. Leo Hannon from Michigan State. George McIntyre. All these guys are playtime though, so once we add one, everybody's gonna want to stay. Whoever develops better. Be all we have. Jordan Lyle wouldn't be bad. I really don't think we really have any backs. So as much as Connor Booth isn't good, I mean, I gotta be 4 like on the first build, like first rebuilds I did, but I don't think he's really good. But that's a freshman that's interested in this. Let's see. We are already to the 2 stars. But we almost need to use recommended just because we don't have hours to try and just get everybody. I mean, we have to fill the roster. So we need people that start out with interest and probably will not be racist for us to get them. We do have a 2-star. The service school's going after him. Want to try there. This is Patrick's a junior. I'm not really wanting a junior, but let's go off recommended any state and do the same thing. Nope. Okay. Adding 2 stars in the transfer portal is insane. But it's hard to get in battles. I don't have the hours to be in battles. If we could get Beavers, he could play the inside nose tackle for us. Let's see. Prefer the power rusher, although we don't have a pipeline at all. Now D tackles, we're going to need some work here. And we're going to need some generosity from the portal. No, him and him are really good. So we're going to do those. We're going to have to pull some people off the board too still. Alright, so second, he'd be a junior. Jacoby Wood. Let's see what we got at Mike. Definitely there, if we can. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to remove somebody to get all the people we need. I feel like one of these was a thumper. Alright. Are we first on any of the ones we know that are freshmen that develop really well? Trey's probably good. Alright. So we got a lot of firsts. Boundary. Highest ranked, second highest ranked. He's bumping around, but he's a sophomore. I know he's pretty good. Man, that zone archetype can be so tricky and not Like it can be good or terrible. Alright, then we definitely are gonna have to find room for a couple more safeties here. So we have a freshman. So we have a gold pipeline there. We really need the running backs. So we can really pull him from the board. That gives us one more spot. And I don't want to pull somebody I think we can get. Let's see. I think we can grab both the corners. Micah might be hard to get, actually. It depends on who on that board actually has the play style. Army probably will. We need 2 more safeties. Right now, we're going to him. So from Florida, sophomore from Clemson. We're first with him, so we definitely want to try and get him if we can. Not having the hours. We might drop one quarterback to get a punter or a kicker. After we check. Next week, the 2 D tackles we have usually run really good in our defense. I don't know about our corners at all. I do know our safeties are pretty decent. McGraw's not the best. McGraw. Even to get so many people can be difficult. Because we're only getting him if we don't have to spend a bunch of hours. Again, on a 1-year rental lineman, we're not sure of. The 2-star, we're definitely not putting hours on 2 stars. The edge, we actually care the least about getting there. And then let's see, carrier. We have the pipeline. Man, we have to take hours somewhere. We really need to make sure we get them, but we'll be able to free up a few hours once we decide what we're doing at quarterback next week. Kind of need his at 25. Or go just 25 there. Man, we're first with pipelines. This is the one I'm most concerned. We have to get one of these safeties. Messiah we probably won't be able to keep, so he's the one we won't put all our hours on yet. I don't know if Davis is any good. So we're going to see what happens with Baker and see what we want to do at quarterback next week. Okay. All right. Air Force is still recruiting one of our freshmen. We might have enough hours to outspend them. Possibly. Rutgers is going after him. Which means that's probably done. All right, so we got to make a decision here on some hours. We got a nice lead, and no one else is recruiting him right now. So I think we can lower his hours. We're gonna keep his at 25. We're gonna lower his to 15. We're in a solid race there at wide receiver. I think we may be able to put enough hours here to still compete. I don't think Colorado State, I think they're in the same boat as us. We don't have a lot of hours. So there's just no way for us to win that race as much as we want to. We don't have a pipeline, so that's going to be hard. We're trying to up his to at least 25. And we got a good lead here, but we need some hours here. We're going to go 50 here. So as long as UAB stays out of that. Alright. I'm going to put a special teamer on here. How are the 2-star and 1-star? How are you a 1-star but rated higher? So he's accurate. What do we got over here? Power. We're second on this kid. That's the high school kid, though. If they're not high school, we can upgrade them immediately. And I have to tell you this. We want to take a good kicker, I don't care. Don't mind me eating. Sorry. All right, what we got?